So we will learn one word here which is very important, which starts first with these three letters, ha, dal and ain. Ha, dal and ain. Okay. The meaning of this is to deceive. Okay. And these are three letters, so they belong to the group of the words we call them fa'ala. They belong to the group of the words called fa'ala because they are three letters. Okay. Now there is another group of letters which has an extra alif in between, and that's called fa'ala. Okay? So that means there are four letters, but there is an extra alif in there. So if we make this word letter, so this is three letters, this will become khada, right? Because this has an extra alif here. So this three letters, khada'a, with an extra alif, it is khada'a. What's the meaning between difference in the meaning? This also means to deceive, but there is a difference between these two. This is deceiving yourself, and this is deceiving others. If you want to deceive other people, you will use this word. But if you want to deceive yourself, you will use this word. And we will see both of them are used in the Quran here. So that's a very fine difference, okay, between khada'a and khada'a, fa'ala and fa'ala. Okay, that's what the basic difference is. In one case you are doing something to others, in the other case you are doing something to yourself. Okay, so just keep these two words. Okay, so now go back to our grammar. If we have these three letters, fa, ain and lam, which means to do. Okay. And if we put a ya in the beginning and wuna at the end, ya in the beginning and wuna at the end, so this becomes the grammar of they do. Okay, so means present tense, do is a present tense, and this is third person plural. Okay. If you want to make the grammar of third person is they, plural, and present tense, then we just put a ya in the beginning and guna at the end. Okay? So now let's look at the first word in the ayat. First word has all those things. It has a ya in the beginning and guna at the end, and the middle portion is khada'a. You know, kha, alif, dal and ain. This is kha, alif is kha, dal and ain, which is actually this one. Okay? So the word is yukhadi'una. Yukhadi'una means they deceive somebody else, or they are deceiving others. Okay? In this case, who is the other one? The word is Allah after that. They are deceiving, or they are trying to deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah knows what is in their heart, and they are claiming that they believe in Allah, and Allah knows that they are lying it. So they think they are trying to deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is what the meaning is. Yukhadi'un Allah, they are deceiving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. they are lying to Allah, even though Allah knows that they are lying, but they don't understand this thing. Okay? So, if I put the ya in the beginning and wuna at the end, and this is ha, di, and ain, these middle letters, and in this case the harakat goes yu, ha, di, u, na, which is yukhadi'una, they deceive. Now we don't need to write other because other is already mentioned here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So the meaning will be they deceive Allah, or they are deceiving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by lying to Allah. So this will be they deceive Allah. Okay. So actually what is happening here, they are coming to Prophet ﷺ and they are coming to other Muslims and they are saying, we believed. Okay. Now, other Muslims and Prophet ﷺ don't really know if they are lying or they are not lying. Okay. So they are not telling Allah by going straight to Allah that we are, we are believing, but they are telling Prophet ﷺ and the other believers that we have believed in the Quran and in you and all these things. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking this statement very seriously, and they are including, then He is including Himself in this statement, and says that first of all they are trying to deceive Allah, and by saying to the messenger and to others, they are trying to deceive those who have believed. So that is the next few words. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Okay, so let's look at these words. So wow means and. Okay, and this word has come many times. Lazi means he. Lazina means those, plural. And you put al before that. Al-lazina, those. And you read wow, wal-lazina. Okay? And those. So they are deceiving those, some other people. And who are those people? Amanu. Okay? And again, from this word here, we just saw this word amana. Amana means he believed. And if we put a wow at the end with an alif, it becomes plural. Plural means they believed. Amana means he believed, one person. Amanu is the plural, they believed. Okay? So that's the word here in the Quran. They believed, or those who believed. For proper English, you will write down here. Walladina amanu, and those who believed. So this yukhadi'una is going to apply first to Allah and then to those who believed. So yukhadi'una Allah, they are deceiving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Walladina amanu, and they are deceiving those people who have already believed, means the Muslims, the believers, including the Prophet ﷺ. Okay? So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is challenging their statement first by saying that no, they are lying, they are not believers. وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further clarifies that what is actually they are trying to do. They are trying to deceive Allah, and they are trying to deceive those who believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is the meaning of وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, and those who already believed, they are deceiving them. They are lying to them by saying that they have believed. And these are the people who are hypocrites. These are the munafiqeen of Medina who are coming to the Prophet ﷺ and Masjid al-Nabawi, and they are saying we believed. They go back to their people and they say, no, we were just joking with them. The few ayats after that clarifies further that Allah says that they say that we were joking with them. Then after that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ. Okay? So this time, this word, these letters are used here. Okay? So you have a ya and wuna, and this type, these are the three letters here. Ha, dal and ain. Okay? Ha, dal and ain. So this becomes yakhda'una. The meaning is that they are deceiving. Yakhda'una means they are deceiving. But this time they are deceiving, Allah says, themselves. They are not deceiving Allah. They think they are deceiving Allah. But the truth is, the fact is that they are deceiving themselves. They are lying to themselves because they cannot run away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by making a lie. Okay? So this is the very subtle difference between yukhadi'una and yakhda'una. They both have the same roots, ha, dal and ain, except that one of them has extra alif. So one word is yukhadi'una, deceiving other. And other is mentioned here, Allah and believers. But then Allah says, وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ, and not they deceive. Which means they are not deceiving. They are not deceiving. It will make clear that once we translate these two words after that they are not deceiving illa anfusahum, except themselves. Okay, so let's look at these words. Illa means except. Illa except. Then the next word starts with these three, Noon, Fa and Seen, these three letters. And when make the noun of this, it is nafsun. Nafsun means self. Nafsun means self. Like myself, yourself. Nafsun means self. Okay? Its plural is anfusun.
What is the root word for the nafasa?
Noon, root letters. Okay.
Does it have a meaning?
Meaning, sometimes meaning will not come out very clear unless you make this. You can say to be self. To be self. Okay.
Either or.
No, but in this case, it is only self. Now we don't know myself or yourself until we start putting more words after that. Okay? But right now, nafs also translated as a soul. Jaan or soul or body or a person or human being is also called nafsun. Heart is also called nafsun. So there are many meanings depending on the context how it is used. But this self is the whole thing of the human being is self, okay, which is nafsun. Okay, so its plural is anfusun, which in plural will be selves. Then we are talking about many of these people. Plural of self is selves. Okay, anfusun. Okay. Now, if I add whom with that, whom means them or their. So when we combine these two, it will become unfo, sun and whom. Anfusun is the word. Anfusun means selves, plural, and whom means their or them. Okay. When you combine these two and read together, you do not pronounce one dhamma here. It will be anfuso whom. First of all, it will be anfuso whom. Okay. One dhamma there. Now, two more things I want to point out there. Let's just write down because a couple more changes will happen here. Okay. So, first of all, notice this word illa. Illa means except. The last letter is alif here. Illa. But there is a rule that if there is a hamza after alif, if you have an alif somewhere and you have a hamza after that, then this alif should be pronounced along with a mad. Okay? There is a hamza here. So this alif should be pronounced long. It should be pronounced illa instead of illa. By itself, the illa doesn't have a mad on it. But if there is a hamza after that, then this alif should be stressed in the pronunciation. That's the reason in the Quran, you will see that there is a mad here on alif here. That's tajweed, that's the recitation. So that's one thing. So the second thing is that if you have a verb and you have a noun that comes after that. Okay. And let's see the example that we use here. Khalaqa. Khalaqa means he created. It's a verb, it's action. Okay. And the other word, let's call it al-insan. Al-insano. Al-insano means the man or the mankind. These are two separate words. One is a verb. I took the example of khalaqa, which means he created, Allah created. The other word I am using is al-insano, the man. Two separate words. And this word is al-insano, exactly al-insano. If I combine these two words together, in English we will say, he created the man. You just write down straight English, he created the man. In Arabic, it will happen that something will change when we combine. And the change will be that this Dhamma will be pronounced as Fatah. It will be pronounced as Al-Insana. Khalaqa has effect. One word has effect on the other word. If a noun comes after the verb, this is a noun, it's coming after the verb, then this noun goes through a change. And the change is that last letter Dhamma is pronounced as Fatah. Separately, the word is khalaqa and al-insano. The combination of the two words will be khalaqal insana. You will not speak khalaqal insanu. Khalaqal insana. The reason I use this one is here that this word is actually anfusuhum, which is a noun. Okay? And before that is a verb, yukhadiuna, yakhda'una. So the noun is coming after this verb, just like here. So this dhamma here will change into a fataha, just like this one. So instead of anfusuhum, it will be anfusahum. The word is anfusu, just like insano, but it's coming after the verb, so it will be anfusa. So that's the word is in the Quran, in the ayah, anfusa. It changed because this is a verb here and it is a noun coming after the verb, just like noun coming after the verb, last letter. In this case, last letter is anfuso. Whom is not the noun, whom is the pronoun. Anfuso was the word. It becomes anfosa, just like insano became insana. Okay? So these are the transformations. The words go together when you make a sentence in Arabic. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ, they are not deceiving illa except anfusahum, their own selves. Okay? So they are not deceiving, or they do not deceive except their own selves. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making a statement about these people by saying, even though they are telling the believers that they believed in Allah and the last day, Allah is responding them by saying, first of all, وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ, they are not the believers. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further is explaining that by making this false statement, what they are trying to do is يُخَادِعُونَ اللَّهَ, they are trying to deceive Allah. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, and they are trying to deceive those who believed. Then, so again, this part is complete here. Okay? Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making a judgment about them by saying that they are not deceiving anybody except their own selves. They are lying to themselves and they know it. And they cannot hide this from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they are actually deceiving themselves and they will be paying towards a punishment for that. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making one more final statement about these people who are the hypocrites. These are hypocrites, munafiqeen. وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ. Okay, so let's look at these words. So the words are sheen, ain, and ra. Okay, this means to understand. Sha'ur is the understanding. If a person, we say he has a sha'ur, he has some understanding. Or he or she. Consciousness, exactly. Okay, sha'ur is the inner ability of a person. Faham and sha'ur, yes. To have the understanding or consciousness. So, simple meaning is to understand. Okay? Ma means not. Okay? And wa means and not. And again, the grammar is very simple. You put a ya in the beginning and guna at the end. Okay? So this will become ya and guna. And you put these three letters in the middle. sheen, and ra. So it will become yash'aruna. Yash'uruna. The middle letter in this case will carry a dhamma. Yash'uruna, they understand. Ma yash'uruna, they do not understand. Yash'uruna and ma brings the negativity in this statement. So wa ma yash'urun, and they do not understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, they do not understand. Okay. They do not understand what they are saying, what they are doing. They don't have any shuur, they don't have any consciousness. They don't have any brain or ability to understand that by making a statement like this, they think they are trying to deceive Allah and they cannot deceive Allah. So they don't even have this kind of understanding. They believe in Allah, but they are saying they believe in Allah. Okay? But they don't realize what they are saying by making this statement, that they are bringing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the picture, and He knows what the truth is, He knows what the fact is. Okay? So these are the meanings of these two ayahs, number 8 and 9.
It doesn't sound like that. The second ayah proved the first ayah. The second ayah, يَخَدُونَ اللَّهَ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَيَخْدُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ. These things prove the first ayah,
Yeah.
the upper word.
It clarifies more. Yeah.
So those people was Bani Israel or?
No. These are
They
the
were Muslim
munafiqeen, the
among Ahl Medina.
hypocrites of Medina. Those people, some of the people in Medina, when Prophet ﷺ migrated them there, they came to them and said, yes, we believed in you, but then they went back to their own people and said, no, we were just joking with the Prophet, we were not actually believing with him. And they were their purpose was to harm Islam, the cause of the Muslims. So these were the peoples who were hypocrites. So as I said in the beginning, that in Surah Baqarah, first Surah Baqarah talks about the believing people, Muslims, then it talked about the kuffar briefly, and now it's talking about hypocrites. Because in Medina there were different kinds of people, they were the challenge for the Prophet. So after a description of the hypocrites, then the main thrust of the Surah Baqarah's ayat switches to Bani Israel, because they were a bigger enemy in Medina to Prophet ﷺ. So after after many ayahs, then the topic of Bani Israel starts, the Jews in Medina. So inshallah we'll stop here.
جزاك الله خيرا في الدارين.